Okay, so I really feel that Etsy is gonna have to make some changes. The internet is ablaze just now because in the UK there is a website called which compares all sorts of things and has been sort of a consumer standard for a very long time now. It's a well-respected site. And it's just mentioned Etsy, and it was big enough news that a big newspaper, The Guardian, picked this up. So, yeah, the internet is ablaze, and I think, yeah, we're reaching the tipping point where Etsy really has to do something and not put its head in the sand here. Whether or not they are correct that the numbers of these are vanishingly small, it's getting noticed, so Etsy has to do something about it, and I really think that it can do something about it relatively easily and less clunkily than how they're doing it. But let's talk about what it is first. As you can see on my screen, what I'm wanting to talk about. We'll look at what it is and some of my ideas of things that they could actually do. Or potentially do. I'm not a developer, but it's a possibility. So this is the Which article. I'm going to the horse's mouth rather than the Guardian article on the Which article, because this was just posted today anyway. So here's a clickbaity title. Should I just copy this? Etsy sellers duping buyers with handmade items that cost up to 6 times more. Yeah, this is not good. Which finds listings for handcrafted items you can actually buy from Asda or Dunelm. And these are Asda is a supermarket. It is, or at least was, part of the Walmart family, big supermarket. Dunelm is kind of a reasonably priced homeware shop in the UK for those who aren't in the UK. Some Etsy sellers may be scamming customers by falsely describing items as handmade and charging more than they cost from other retailers, which investigation has revealed. We analysed the first page of items in a selection of categories on Etsy: bookshelves, coffee and end tables, dressers, armoires, vanities, and nightstands, and conducted a spot check on toys and clothes, filtered to see only handmade items, and used Google image search to see whether the listings used appeared anywhere else online. 23 of the 192 handmade items we checked were available for other online platforms. So, yeah, this is actually, I when I first read this, I did a little check and I couldn't find any, but I narrowed it down and I was able to find some. But yeah, 23 out of 192. It makes sense. On a quick check, I couldn't find any. Need to dig in a little bit deeper. But it's still, they're looking at the first pages of this. So this is the things that people see. So they here is what I did, rather than just directly copy their method. I just searched for. I thought this one had the biggest cheek at a 500% price difference, so I just copied the product name, gave it a wee search, and so it is a 6 shelf tree freestanding bookshelf. And actually, when I was looking at bookshelves, I found a lot of these. This is clearly a popular design, to have these staggered up bookshelves. But there's quite a lot, like, as you can see, we won't talk about these two because, yeah, this is the thing. But as you can see, like, this one and this one are different. Obviously, people have been inspired by the idea, but it's not the same. But right, this first row's ads. Here are the top two coming up for this, which makes sense, because that's the exact match for the title. But if we look, they're from two totally different shops, selling at different prices using the exact same photograph. Okay, so this one's on a sale, so they started off at the same price anyway. So yeah, so they look very similar, and then when we look at others, these are, slightly different from each other. So I can see that some of these would be inspired by something. Someone who makes stuff in wood sees that style and makes their own version. But yeah, these are definitely, it's the same picture in two different shops. Benefit of the doubt, that could be the same owner, but I don't think so. But if you haven't done this before, if you want to check if an item is somewhere else on the internet, you right click on it and then click. I'm not sure if this pop-up's going to show on my screen recording, but there's an option that says search image with Google. And then you can just, I'm just checking what you can see. Yes, you can see my side. So Google Lens pops up on the side. Bit annoying. It used to pop out in a new page, which was a bit easier to look at for my old eyes. But it shows you what it's looked for, the image source, and then gives you ideas of things that it thinks it's found that are visual matches. So the first one, no, that's an 8-tier bookshelf. It's not the same. But then we start seeing the same thing. So this is on eBay. This is on Amazon. Benefit of the doubt, it could be the same. You can sell on these places. On buy, yes, starting to sound a bit more suspicious, but if we keep going down, eBay, Alibaba. And that is just looking at that, if you can see that, we'll zoom in a minute, but it is the exact same picture. It's got the little black chair, the same wall, the same bookshelf, all the same stuff on it. So Alibaba's a bit of a giveaway. So okay, it's not at the same price. This which said they saw it at £10 somewhere, which is quite a different price. But this is absolutely obviously designed for people who are wanting to retail it. If you're wanting to order over 1,000 pieces, you can get it for $25. Basically, this is the item. Got a lot of nice stock pictures. Let's remember these. So there's one on a plain background. There's a little picture, a grey wall and stuff. There's the picture that everybody's using, some from different angles. Isn't that handy that Alibaba even give a video? Can I play it? It's just a scrolls through the pictures anyway. But anyway, so yes, this is definitely a mass-produced item. I mean, looks in the pictures, good quality, but are you really wanting to go on Etsy and buy something that came from Amazon? Let's have a nosy. I don't mind outing these kind of shops because I'm sorry, yeah, you shouldn't be on Etsy. Usually I don't have a go at Etsy sellers, but yeah, not cool. So let's have a look. Now, what's interesting, these are different pictures. It's showing how to assemble it, but they still look like stock things. They probably came from Alibaba. They might have done a little bit of editing. I'm intrigued. Is the other one exactly the same? Oh, so exactly the same. Yes, let's nosy. So description, there's tree bookshelf, 100% innovative design. Have you just, oh, wrong button. Have you just copied each other? Yeah, pretty much. It looks like there's a little space in here where they copied, but oh, guarantees? Have you got guarantees? Yes. Oh, look at that. The exact same guarantee. Yeah. Handmade dispatches from the UK. So they're not drop shipping. They actually have these items. But let's dig into the shops because yeah, I'm sorry, but no, I'm not having this. Okay, firstly, this one say you're going to be shut down soon, my dear. Oh, yeah, okay. This shop is red flags all over it anyway, because there is no way that someone is an expert in wooden bookshelves and clocks and laundry baskets. Oh, and they can make coffee percolator thingies and rugs. Yeah, not at all. And yeah. So You are let's see if that one's in London, and they're both in London. It could still be the same shop. They've had 377 sales. Oh, I've seen these bookshelves a lot. Yeah, so again, so if you see a shop that has oh, for goodness sake, yeah, even some of the same things, I think we saw that hamper. Yeah, you're not a handmade shop. Actually, this is good. I've not looked into these kind of shops before. I literally that hoodie. I'm wearing that hoodie downstairs. It's not what I'm wearing just now. I got that off of eBay. I know that hoodie. I bought it. Um, oh boy. Yeah, so I don't think we even need to check, but I'm going to. I bet these come up as well. So search image with Google. Let's see where you come from. So they're selling it 80 quid down in price. Furniture Max, the range. The range is a cheapo UK store or Wayfair as well, but it's out of stock now. Yeah, there. So it was previously sold at 50 quid from the range. It's everywhere. I'm just checking it's the same one. Yeah. No. Okay. Right. The Wayfair one is not exactly the same, but the range one is. It's even got that fluffy orange cushion. I'm trying to look out for the fluffy orange cushion because again, people who can make these things might be inspired by and make something that looks very similar. So I'm not going to hit people for similar things. There's a Wayfair one, Furniture Max. But yeah, obviously thieved from elsewhere. But, right, I bet you can get that on eBay. Luxury pebble bath mat. Amazon for 20 quid. It's actually cheaper. It's cheaper on Etsy. That's hilarious. But yeah, AliExpress. They're going to AliExpress. They are bulk buying these things. £8.50 on AliExpress. Do they have all the same colours as AliExpress does? Or did they just buy the one? That is the picture from AliExpress. Who I don't know who AliExpress stole it from. Yeah. Okay. I was ready to come on here and say, "Oh, this isn't as big a problem as we think it is," but it sort of is. I definitely these shops shouldn't be a thing. Can we find bookcases? Well, anyway, I can't. This is another problem with Etsy that people have mentioned. It's actually not as easy to find things as you want on Etsy as it should be. But yeah, oh, that is lovely. Bet you that's from somewhere. No, that could. There are. Bet you that's from. Oh no, no, it's the same shop. Okay. Yeah, there are some lovely handmade stuff. But yeah, but look, yeah, there you go. Front page, we know that's not handmade. Bet you that's not. That doesn't look like it, does it? Etsy, Amazon. It's not the identical picture, but it's pretty much the same thing. I'm also trying to look and see if they've got the same items because sometimes they'll keep the same items on it. Etsy, Amazon, Wayfair. It's similar. It's not the exact same photograph. Oh, but look, Overstock by Industrial Bookshelves. It's at a different angle, but look, same chair, yeah, that's where you got that from, isn't it? Let's see if this will load. Oh, no, page isn't working anyway, but that's probably good for my internet that it's not. But yeah, okay, so yeah, if it looks too good to be true, whereas I would believe some of the less good pictures. Like, okay, I saw this and I love this. Please, please don't be a dodgy one. I think not. Ironbridge Furniture, so they have their own website. They're selling on Folksy. That's fair enough. That's not this. Oh, I love that. But yeah, that looks like there's some cool versions of twisty wood shelves. I've never seen that before. That is so cool. But that seems like that's their item. So yeah, interesting to know. Okay. Yeah, but there's a whole load of things, but yeah, that one, the bookshelf, a 500% markup where you can get it for a tenner elsewhere. Though we didn't find it for a tenner, it exists for a tenner. And that's how you can check it. So yeah, here we go. This supposedly handmade bookshelf has been sold for 60 quid, but we found it on Alibaba for a tenner. Yeah, eBay for 30, Amazon 30, on by 30. Yeah, that's one dodgy Etsy seller claims it's all about designing the best product and has star seller. Yeah. And these drawers come from B&Q. I'm actually kind of annoyed about this. I think I just saw that side table. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of annoyed about this. I don't know how big the problem is, but it feels pretty big. There are definitely a lot of shops coming in and doing this. So there are things that Etsy could do. What they're doing just now is just randomly shutting shops down. They seem to shut down pretty much every new shop that opens up. And that's not the best way to go about things. It wouldn't be difficult, in my opinion. I'm just saying this because on YouTube, there is a system that can automatically detect if someone nicks my videos. It looks and sees if someone's uploaded the same video as mine, so it's able to spot videos, which is a huge bit more difficult. So I think when you are uploading a listing, at the very least, Etsy could have a system that flags you are uploading a listing that has the very same pictures as another listing in not one of your shops. I mean, you can obviously use the same pictures for your own stuff, but to flag it and just not allow an identical listing, that would be a really simple. I'm not a designer, but that would be a possible algorithm to just say, no, that's the same as something else that is already on Etsy. And it would at least stop those kind of duplicate things. And you could appeal it or whatever else, of course, but I'm happy with an automatic bot thing to say, no, we've already got that one. Prove that you made it. Prove you done what you done. And that would be super simple. I have heard that sometimes Etsy or someone is checking Alibaba, but it could be like people like us flagging the items. We can do that ourselves. I might have a little bit of fun flag because that second shop, both those shops need to go down. They need to not be on Etsy. So it could be people flagging them, but I have heard of people who are the original creator and designer of the thing have their listing taken down because Etsy say, no, look, you've ripped it off of Alibaba, but the opposite is true. Alibaba stole their pictures. So you need to have the right to be able to appeal, and a whole internet-based thing saying, no, you can't sell this because we found this picture on the internet. You might have your own website or something. So yeah, that's not so good, but it would be really simple to have an automatic thing just saying, we've found an image identical to this on Etsy. No, you can't sell it. Yes, there would be ways round it, but it would be a start because a lot of these people are low effort. They're not really making a massive effort to do the best thing. And anyway, it annoyed me. I really thought I was coming on here to make a video to go, it's not as big a problem as we think it is, but it is, isn't it? It really is. And now it's being brought to mind so loudly that Etsy, I really think you need to do something about it. Let me know in the comments below.